เ อ Okay. Cecil! 우리가 잘한다.
Good night, everybody. How are you doing tonight? This is Charlie on the communications today. Well, another day, another race for Aria of Sorrow Randomizer, which is personally my favorite Castlevania. Again, my name is Charlie. I will be with you during this race for the comms. If you have any questions, don't hesitate on typing on the chat. And we are just waiting for our runners to get ready. I hope everybody's having a good night today. So we're having Cemo and Raster Cecil on this race tonight. We're going for game 2 of the night. Hottest Castlevania character? Hard to tell, but there goes the race. Okay, so they're going to the castle corridor right now. Starting the race, let's see if the RNG has some favor tonight towards any of the racers. Vincent Dorian. Nah, I think it's Alucard. We all agree that Alucard is the hottest character. No homo. So we got the flying armor at first, no wonders. The earliest soul in the game. Now they saving the game so they can use the quick save function. Now we have Cemo confronting the big skull, the giant skull. Okay, we have a problem with Cemo apparently. Back there. Okay, we can see Raster using a different strat. Okay, so we got the Kyoma Demon. And we have a lance. Well, a trident, actually. Okay, I'm wondering why Cemo didn't check the flying armor location at first. Okay, so we have a little dagger there. We have a map, which Cemo prefers not to pick up. Okay, Raster not getting any chances and saving the game. Or just replenishing his magic points. I was wondering if any of them would take the chance to go to floating gardens earlier. But there's nothing really like on floating gardens. The checks are very few in comparison with other locations on the early game. Cemo's going to try the flying armor trick here, which is pixel perfect, by the way. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, not getting it. There was a rare ring back there, which most likely they will be using, so RNGs can be on their... They can get in yet. Yes, that's not completely true though. There you go. Cemo getting the pixel perfect jump and getting Malphas. We have Malphas early, so double jump. That will be very convenient for some checks in the early game. Now let's see if Raster does the trick now. Okay, no. And he's not taking any chances. What he doesn't know is that Malphas is there. That's going to put Cemo in a certain advantage. Okay, changing to Gladius. Personally, those kind of swords that Cemo just equipped are the best ones because you can do a jump cancel to do like a double attack. Raster Cecil taking the chances though. Okay, look at that strat. He's using this. Okay, he got the hippogriff. He got the hippogriff. Nice. That's a huge advantage. I'm assuming that Raster will get it as well. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Good strat there. It's going to be important because if he doesn't pick Hippogriff right now, Cemo will have a huge advantage. Okay. Maybe he's going to farm some hearts. Okay. Nah. He's not going for the hearts. We get Cemo on an early inner quarters. Okay, it's a black belt. That's completely worth it at this point, since you don't know what's coming next. It's best to get it. Black belt gives good stats. Okay, both of them for the early inner quarters. We have Cemo with a quick save. Cemo going for the portal. Okay. And Raster decides not to pick up the black belt. Okay. Okay. So he's marking the portal now. Raster going just behind him on the portal. So Cemo's going to check what's here. Okay, we have an all rocks. Nice. That's a very good. We are having good RNG today in this hit. Okay, Raster going to check what's up on the bridge, on the entrance bridge, and we have an Osafune. Of course, my boys. We needed those katanas. Both getting the Osafune, replenishing health on Mina. Over at Mina. Panther is probably in study and at Headhunter. I'm surprised they'd be a hunter around here. Since Malphas is on Garum. Yep. Yes, there is about a very high chance that Panther appears on this study. Hopefully it will. The Black Panther, it's a very huge soul to get in early as well, since it allows you to go really fast. Okay, we got a steel plate drop. I'm wondering Raster where is Raster going? Yeah, the Osafune has almost the same properties as the Saint Solais. The only missing is that it's not holy, but you can still do a jump cancel with it as you can do it with the Claim Solais. And it's not as strong as the Claim Solais, but it's definitely a good weapon to pick up early as well. Just the fact that you can jump cancel the attacks, it's very good in any weapon. Okay, apparently Raster is going for the floating gardens early. Okay, in this section is pretty hard. Oh no, he made it simple. He got the pixel perfect jump there. The trick to get to floating gardens early is to make a pixel perfect jump on the very edge of that wall. You can like clip it, so it's like Soma is like he's standing on that little brick there on the corner, so he can jump higher and reach the platform. Okay, so Cemo's saving, so he doesn't take any chances. We don't have Galamoth to go through the little bunny, through the Chronomage. We have the Skyfish, which there's Panther. It wasn't a headhunter. Okay, we got the catapult. Let's see what the floating garters have to offer. We have the poison fist, nice. Not as good as the Osafune though, of course. Okay, the Gognir. That's a very good lance. It has a triple dot attack, so it can be useful for certain bosses. Okay, we got a pudding, very decent healing item, and we have the Great Keeper. Now we can backdash. Okay, making use of the quick save to get out of the tower. And we have Dracula's Tunic. Yep, that's it, Dracula's Tunic. Nice. Best armor in the game. Are we going to find Chaos Ring? Is there any possibility that we can get Chaos Ring on this run? Pretty broken item in Randomizer, in my opinion. Okay, so we're going for the curse element. Make some serious damage. Let's see what the hidden wall has to offer. We have Ronghino Spear. That's a very good holy item. Does a lot of damage, a little bit slow, but the damage is decent. Okay, so Raster going for an early clock tower. Just checking out the portal there. We have 500 bucks. Okay. So Cemo taking advantage that he has the hippogriff. Gonna make some checks here on the top floor. So Raster checking the hidden wall, only finding some bucks there. Okay, so we have the claims alive. Nice, that's gonna be a huge advantage for Cemo. Unfortunately, Raster was unable to get the hypergraph on the castle corridor. We have the ancient book too. Is he gonna check it right now or leave it for later? Well, we have a little reset. We have 2 books on the top floor. Oh boy. Okay, Cemo going to the clock tower now. Raster going through the floating gardens again. This top floor was heavy. And we got Gatobla Pass, which can give you a little certain advantage on certain enemies, like the Manticore, for example, that is susceptible to petrification. Okay, so this top floor was loaded with things, and that put it certainly Cemo on a huge advantage over Raster. And just for the fact that Cemo has the hippogriff. Okay, Raster going the long way out of the loading gardens. Cemo fighting against an easy fight against death. And there he goes, easy peasy. Claim Solar is making it easy for Cemo, and we have a Gremlin. We have the Yasutsuna. Decent katana. Pointless at this point, actually, because we already have the strongest weapon on the game, the strongest sword. Okay, is it Raster going back for that Grey Soul, for the Hypergriff? Okay. We had Skula for those checks. Let's see what the clock tower has to offer down there. Okay, and Raster getting the hippogriff now. We have some gym clothes there. Okay, Raster struggling a little bit, but he has the hippogriff now. He might go for the inner quarters again. And we have another soul, Ghost Dancer. No target or PV of it. Chronomage and Manticore, not yet. Chronomage and Manticore as red and blue. Not pretty sure. I was checking Raster when he checked the books. Okay, so going for the floating gardens now. Raster checking the inner quarters tower. And Cemo found the Dracula's tunic. Okay, and we found the Basilisk. That yellow soul. Finding the pudding there. The Grognir, obviously he decides not to pick it up. As I was mentioning before, the Grognir has some dot damage, up to a triple dot damage. Since Raster hasn't found the Claim Solace, which is in top floor, he is deciding to use the Grognir instead. Okay, he found the Kelma Demon on the RNG. Okay, Cemo going for the underground reservoir. This is another pack, another check. You have a lot of checks, basically. And we found the Skeleton Blaze. Okay, so he dropped there and using the slick function to get out of that situation. Raster struggling a little bit with the Headhunter. We have the Kaiser Knuckle. Does he decides to pick it up? He decides to pick it up. Okay, Raster finding the Black Panther. We have a Gobble there. Okay, Skulo is in the inner quarters, as I can see, and we have some spoiled milk as well. Raster getting the Skyfish drop there from RNG. Raster getting the Cobalt. Cemo is still exploring the underground reservoir. Okay, nothing else found on... we have the Rando. And we have a Flash Golem from RNG. Raster getting out of the inner quarters as fast as he can. Timo doing the rest of the checks, getting an Asian belt. Pretty decent stats coming from the Asian belt. We have a beef curry for the healing. Is it Raster going for top floor? He is going for top floor. And he will find 2 books there. And also the claim Solis. Okay, Raster getting the Rohingya Spear, Soldier uniform, which is completely understandable why he didn't pick it up. We have found Dracula's tunic already, so who needs a Soldier uniform? Why Simo checking stuff isn't claim enough? It's not only because of the claim. The 3rd book is missing, and there might be any required souls that we need to find. Especially when a book is missing. Right now, surely we may be able to double check what are the souls required for blue and red books there. We have the Manticore just behind the waterfall. Completely out of logic, but in logic as well because we have the souls to get it. So there goes the Asian book 2, which is a monster from Buddy. What? Okay, that was pretty fast. Okay, so Raster getting the claim Solis. Manticore Rush Lock. Completely out of logic, yet in the logic because we have a soul to get it. A monster of a body of a lion. Yes, definitely Manticore then. And we got another gray soul. We have Kicker Skeleton. That's not a required soul, to be honest. It's just an ability soul to make kind of more damage. Can be a little cheesy sometimes for certain bosses. We have Undyne. Not really required at this point since we have a Hippogriff. We don't really need it to walk on the water. We will need it for getting to the Forbidden Area though. However, the Forbidden Area doesn't have like that much checks to be worth it at this point. There can be something required there though. So I'm assuming he's going to check it later after checking the arena. Okay, Cemo using a rush strategy to get rid of Legion. Is he going for the for the drop? No, he. Okay, Raster getting rid of Death right now. Let's see what the Underground Cemetery has to offer. We have a Black Cloak. I think it's Undyne with Hard L like irreplaceable. It's required to get to the Forbidden Area though. Wait, so we just have some healing items there. Okay, Raster not getting any chances in saving. Poor Joko. And we have the Chronomage, which leave us with, yes, most likely the Chronomage is the required soul for the red one. Cemo going to the arena, confident because he has a very late game items in possession, which are the Claim Solaris and the Dracula's Tunic. We have some healing items on the arena. Cemo using a Rush Soul to get through that corridor. We have a Crimson Cloak. Using again the Rush Soul to get out of there. Cemo might be in a little problem if he dies here. I don't think he will though. Raster Cecil teleporting to the inner quarters again. Okay. So we're checking the Succubus. We have a Sherman ring. Good for leveling up. Getting some extra juicy experience there. Okay, we have just a high mind up doing the reset there so he can go back. Not that good of findings there. This okay, Raster still checking the castle corridor to see what he can find. We have a Heart Pendant. Cemo teleporting back to the underground reservoir. Okay, now this is what we're talking about before, using Undyne and the Rush Soul to get through the waterfall to the Forbidden area. Raster checking the chapel right now. Cemo opening up the Forbidden area from the side of the study. Now, going to the study is a pretty good strat at this point, since I have not gotten there. Yep, it's just shortcutting as you expected. Yeah, it will be pretty time consuming to check the Forbidden area at this point because there are only like 2 or 3 checks there, if I'm not mistaken. People having some problems with the stream there. Okay, so apparently we're having some 2 checks, not actually in logic anyway. Yeah, completely agree with that. Okay, so we're checking the chapel right now. We have just some pennies there. Okay, I'm gonna get a heads up on what's going on with Cemo. Fortunately, he's died for a little bit. We're getting an update on that right now. Cecil is still checking we're going to save right now, not taking any chances, assuming that he's going to the underground reservoir right now. Getting the healing items there. Getting a giant worm there from RNG. Restream problems. Okay. Yes, there we go. And when we come back, we see Cemo with the big monies there, buying some good healing items. What do we found here? I don't think at this point the shop will have something worth of buying. We already have the claims to lives, we don't need anything else. That shop had better Wi-Fi reception, and yes, we have a gold mode apparently. Okay. Well, that hippogriff really put Cemo in a really huge advantage. Raster going for the underground cemetery. Okay, and we have Cemo back. Okay. Cemo went back to that clock tower. We have Raster with the rush strategy for Legion. Cemo taking the shortcut to Chaos. Okay, let's see how this Julius fight goes. Cemo going for a huge damage on the Russian strategy. And using Caboxing's Flames Allies is going to do nothing to Julius Belmont. Doing some darkness damage there. Julius, he has to take care from Julius. Julius does. some serious damage. We have Raster struggling a little bit on the underground reservoir, but making his way to the arena. And we have to bear in mind that Julius has 6,000 HP, if I'm not wrong. And there goes phase 2. Cemo using the backdash cancel to get a little away from that huge damage. Now Julius will start using his sub-weapons. Raster making his way out of the red Minotaur corridor. Julius fight looking a little bit rough right now, but Cemo is going through pretty well actually. Had some MP to do some damage there. And we got it. Julius just got it. Raster picking up the Sherman's ring and Cemo making his way through chaos. This is looking like a one-sided race right now. Is there any chance that we can find a vanilla chaos ring? No, it doesn't, because the drop doesn't appear. But maybe have a chaos ring on chaos? Who knows? There was a soul there. Not required to pick it up. Already on go mode. Raster is still making his way through the arena right now. And Raster going back to the underground reservoir. Assuming that Raster will take the shortcut to the study right now. We have to bear in mind that if Cemo wins, which most likely will happen, he's making his way to the semifinals against Jupiter Climb. And there he goes, he's fighting against Chaos right now. Raster getting the giant bat there. We're going to phase 2. Cemo doing some huge damage to Chaos there. Taking a potato beak. And there was the yellow. Elegantly dancing ghost. That's Ghost Dancer, definitely. So we have the Ghost Dancer, Manticore, and I'm assuming it was Chronomage for the Red Soul. So that means Raster is also on go mode, probably. Okay, Cemo focusing the core now. Getting some huge chunk of damage there. And Cemo using the rush strategy to deal some serious damage to the core. Okay, and there goes. GG for Cemo. Okay, we have a GG from Cemo. Let's, well, right now Raster is on go mode. Hello, Summer. Congratulations. Ah, Jaco Velnades. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Okay. Raster having some problems getting out of the underground reservoir there with the Medusa heads. Did you guys on Graham fight? Just curious. For the souls, we could check the souls. I'm assuming for the red soul, I'm assuming that it was Chronomage since I was too quick to check it when he checked it. But yes, the blue soul and the yellow soul were Manticore and the Ghost Dancer, respectively. Will have been sub 40 if you guessed it. Oh, okay. Let's check with the runner, see if they want to give some interview for some little words there. Unfortunately, Raster forfeited the race. No blame on him. GG for both. Both did very, very well, in my opinion. very good race, very promising, and packed of very good findings. When did my stream cut? The stream got cut in several times in several locations, especially on Chaos and Graham's fight. And when you were checking the Forbidden area as well. Yeah, the stream was fine. It was the restream's end. All right, with this victory, Cemo advances to the semifinals against Jupiter Climb. GG to Cemorox, GG to Raster, Cecil. Both of you did very, very well. Was a very good race in my opinion, very good times. Fortunately, Raster, for obvious reasons, he forfeited, but it was a very good race from his end as well. Winners finals. Winners finals sounds definitely better than semifinals. Hello, Cemo.
Hey, Charlie. Thank
Hey.
you very much for doing the commentary.
Hey, no problem, anytime. How are you feeling, Cemo?
I'm feeling pretty good about that one. I feel like I didn't make any real detours that costed too much time.
Indeed, you did very specific checks that put you towards the victory, especially the one on top floor and getting that hippogriff. Let me mention to you that hippogriff, it's especially the thing that put you very, very far away from, like very close to the victory, because Raster didn't get hippogriff at the same time as you. He was trying to get it, but he ran out of MP, so he couldn't get it. That put you in a huge advantage. And that, well, obviously you check the loaded top floor where you found the Claim Solace and two other books. How did you felt about those checks? How do you felt RNG was towards you this run?
The top floor usually has some pretty good stuff in it, so I don't feel too surprised by that. It's really often you'll either find some books up there, or you'll find Skula, or you will find some of the required souls. the claim Soleil there was really that was really convenient. I already
Indeed.
had some decent stuff, I think, and then I found that, and so it made stuff a bit easier. And then I went over and did clock tower, and I think the yellow soul was in the clock tower. I think it was the
Yeah, it was the
underwater.
ghost dance. Dancing ghost, sorry. I always confuse the names. Yeah, it was the yellow was dancing ghost, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Was Chronomage, dancing ghost, and Manticore for the rush soul, right? For the blue one.
Yeah, I don't know where the logical rush soul is. I guess it's in the arena or in the dance hall or
Yeah,
something.
we were
A part I
pointing
didn't do.
that Manticore was completely out of logic.
I know. But it being something also made me want to go do the forbidden area. I needed to unlock the shop anyways. I had wanted to check the forbidden area and then go up through reverse study and check Manticore, because oftentimes there's something good at the flight lock. But I ended up finding the last book and confirming I was in go mode. So then I just I reset out of the forbidden area, went up to the shop, then I went to top floor.
And on the shop, what did exactly you bought? Only healing items, or did you found something more important? I don't think so, because you already had Dracula's tunic, you had the Claim Soleil's, so I don't think that you bought any weapon or anything extra apart from healing items, I'm assuming. That was another part where we cut off. Actually, the restream came back when you were on the store, so we were wondering what you bought.
It was mostly just a bunch of healing items. I think only healing items. I looked through, but there wasn't. I already had the Calibalg and I had the Claim Soleil, and there wasn't a Death's Robe or a Rune Ring that I saw in there. I would have bought those if they were available, but they weren't.
Yeah, you had a huge bunch of money at that point, but I'm assuming not enough to get that robe. But anyway, you had the items to forego mode and to make it pretty easy towards the end. So I don't think that it was just a struggle, just Julius Belbon with his huge amount of damage.
The Julius fight is tricky because you want to go fast and you want to hit him a lot, but then it's also easy to just make us hit so hard.
Indeed, you have to heal a lot on that battle. We all do have to, because at that point it's not like in vanilla, that in vanilla if you know what you're doing, you get all buffed up to Julius fight and it's pretty easy, but in Randomizer that's not the case because we depend on RNGs.
I mean, we had a lot of really good stuff for this Julius fight, so not too high of a level. It's still pretty easy.
This is still
it's
pretty
easy with
the
this equipment.
Indeed. It's just the level difference, because in vanilla when you get to that part you're almost like level 50 or 60 if you did a lot of grinding to make it a lot easier. But yeah, with the equipment you had, it was pretty easy.
Although game 1 we had, I don't know if you caught it, we had a Chaos Ring, so that fight was something special. Chaos Ring on Julius.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if we could find Chaos Ring on this run, because that's a pretty broken item in Randomizer if you find it very early.
I've never found it early. I don't know if there's some waiting for it or against it. If maybe it's just luck, but I'll find stuff like the Valman Way or the Positron rifle, stuff like that a lot more.
Yeah, I cannot recall of a race where either me while I'm doing like a practice seed or something, or an official race where I have that I can tell that someone has found one of those OP items. Especially the Positron rifle, because that's pretty OP and with all the dot damage and everything.
they were both pretty interesting seeds. They're both pretty quick, I found. So I'm happy about that, at least.
Yes. And something else you want to add? Any special comment, introduction, something there?
I want to say GG to Raster. He's gotten a lot better. He's improved a lot, actually. He has worked as a dev on the game as well. Like, he's added some code to it, but he's also improved a lot as well.
Yes,
So
indeed.
not really surprised to see him here against me, and I expect him to do well in the losers bracket too. I also want to thank you for the commentary. I want to thank SpeedGaming for hosting the restream. It's appreciated for sure.
Of course, we appreciate the SpeedGaming for hosting these races.
Of course, we have the Discord channel as well. There's a Castlevania Randomizer Discord, and there's also the tournament Discord for this, if any of you are interested in checking it out.
Of course, maybe we can put in a link there on the Twitch chats in case that anybody is interested. Let me check here. And well, yeah, to you and to Raster, both did a very good race. In my opinion, it could be a really hand-to-hand, toe-to-toe race, because the only thing that put you very far away from Raster was the Hippogriff Soul. Because once he went back to get it, he made exactly all the checks that you did at first. So if he could have got the soul at the same time that you, this would be a very rough race, very toe to toe.
Yeah, it would have been really similar for sure. Although when I did find the Hippogriff exactly where I should go, because I didn't have my equipment wasn't good at the time, so you had to be careful. But then I ended up finding there's a decent sword. There was the All Rox's suit, and that made it a lot more comfortable to go do Headhunter, where you get the Black Panther. And then at that point, I had Hippogriff and Black Panther, so it was really easy to move around, and I felt safe doing like the top floor. So everything just kind of worked out really well for me there.
It could have been for both. It was just that little difference. But anyway, it was a real good race. Very good times. I'm assuming that if Raster would have finished, he could have like a 53, 54 time there, since he was already on go mode. Unfortunately, that was a forfeit, but not blaming on him. He did a very good job, as well as you, Cemo. We really appreciate the show that you presented to us today. And well, to all the people watching the stream, I just wanted to thank you very much for being here with us. It was a real pleasure to commentate this race. Cemo, thank you for the interview. Thank you for the race. Anything else you want to add?
I got nothing else. I just want to wish everyone a good night. Take care. Stay safe.
Of course. Thank you, Cemo. And I want to thank you all again. I'm Charlie. Thank you very much for being with us here today. Have a great night and see you on the next race.